You want to turn over a new leaf. You want a new lease on life. You want to turn the page on your past. And you want to be a better person, a stronger person, more resilient, tougher, more caring, more giving, more loving, more joyful, more goal-oriented, more organized, more disciplined, more full of self-control, with stronger character, stronger mindset, stronger temple, and spiritually nourished. All of these things we seek, but often we seek manifesting them in this illusion, in the ways of the flesh. We seek to change the ways of the flesh. We seek to change our actions, change ourselves, metamorph, transmutate, transform externally. But we neglect the internal transformation necessary, the internal transmogrification, the internal adjustment that needs to be made. Because it's not how we change our countenance, and it's not how we change the external that is going to make the difference. Sure, we can act differently. Sure, we can move differently. Sure, we can speak differently. We can do all these things. But has your heart had a conversion? Because if you're seeking to change your heart and your mind with your actions, you might find it tough to do. Because true change begins here, in the heart, in the soul, in the spirit. When you cross that divide, that's when everything else will flow naturally. It won't be forced. It won't be something you're doing to tick a box. It's like, going to church. It's like following all the commandments, but doing so begrudgingly, doing so because you have to, doing so because you're fearful, doing so for all the reasons other than your heart desires it. You're just doing it to tick a box. You should think it'll get you someplace. You think it'll get you into paradise. You think it'll get you right with Yahuwah, the Most High. What gets you right with the Most High is to love Him with all your heart, soul, mind, and strength. You want a new lease on life? Ask for Yahuwah, Yahusha, to save your life. Because He will flood you with the breath of Yahuwah, the set-apart spirit, the Ruach HaKodesh. And in Hamashiach, in the Messiah, you will know redemption, you will know deliverance, but you will also receive the Word. In believing in Him and asking Him to forgive you for all that you've been, all that you were, and to help you become all that you want to be because you've tried it your way and it's gone nowhere, and surrendering to Him completely and asking Him to show you how to live your life in a manner that pleases Him most, everything else will be like surfing the ultimate wave. It'll be perpetual Zen. It will be a constant state of flow, such that all of your actions stem from the divine commandment, the one that He packaged for us and gave us so that we understood all other things, no matter how complex it can get, because humans love complexity. We love to major in the minor things. We love to get caught up in the minutia, such that we're mired in the minutia. It's like quicksand. We can't get out of our own way. So He made it simple for us to love Yahuwah, the Most High, He who brings all things into existence. and Hamashiach, his son, Yahuwah, manifested in the flesh as Yahusha. Yah the Most High, meaning of the name. Yah the Most High, he who brings all things into existence. He who breathes life into all things with the breath, the Ruach, manifested in the flesh as Shah, salvation. Yahusha, Yah brings salvation. Giving us the blueprint, the code, the key value, the key principle, the key commandment from which all good things spring, which all prosperity springs, which all wholesomeness springs, which all good things spring, which is to love Yahuwah with all our heart, soul, mind, and strength, praise be his name, and to love our fellow man as we love ourselves. And in doing so, you will find yourself naturally turning over a new leaf, a new chapter in your life, turning the page on your own life and entering into a rebirth, because you are reconstructed, revised, refreshed, renewed, reconstrued, rebuilt in his image once again, as we were when we were originally cast in the image of our Father, of Abba, and given this temple to care for, such that it houses the Spirit here in our hearts and our soul. And we now find ourselves walking tall, walking strong, walking steadfast, true, righteous, justified, sanctified. So said, you don't have to plan it out with a diary or a journal or a notebook. You don't have to start penciling all of your goals, all of your ambitions, all of your targets, all the things that you're going to do this year, this new year, all the resolutions you're going to make, all of these things, such that you're going to tick the boxes. No. Again, that's external, trying to change the internal with the external. You change here and all the things that you need to do to have a set-apart life, to live set apart, to live in his name, to walk in the light such that you are never stumbling around in the darkness again as you were, because he is the light of this world, such that the darkness cannot comprehend, the darkness cannot fathom, the darkness cannot overcome. You will find yourself walking on the narrow path with true self-control and discipline and fortitude and meekness. Meekness not as in weakness. Meekness as in self-control, as in being able to guard your passions from getting out of control, such that you have a true measure of discipline that cannot be shaken, because you're compelled on this narrow path that you now see, that is illuminated, much like the light that lives within you and heals you on the inside, such as the light that he shines down upon you and it warms you and that secures you. That same light illuminates that narrow path. The Ruach that lives within you compels you like a compass, pointing true north. That narrow path that leads to the narrow gates, that leads to the kingdom to come, where there is no more Hashatan, devil, Lucifer, demons, no more Satan, no more corrupters, evildoers, misleaders, deceivers, no more haters, detractors, psychic vampires, negative influence, no more deceit, deception, decadence, or depravity, no more murder or death, war or misery, no more pain or suffering, no more illness or disease. Just everlasting joy, everlasting healing, everlasting love, everlasting peace, and everlasting life. And where he lives amongst us once again, manifested in the flesh, Yah, manifested in the flesh as Hamashiach, as Yahusha, crushing all of it beneath his feet, and in a place, in a paradise, once again, before we were led astray, as we were when we were first delivered in perfect form into paradise, before we allowed ourselves in our hubris to be misled, to eat from the forbidden tree, the tree of knowledge, the tree that set forth good and evil in our minds. And now we have a way back where we're perfected once again, and we can love him with all our heart, soul, mind, and strength. We can worship him, love him, honor him, praise him, glorify him with all our heart, soul, mind, and strength in a manner that pleases him most, because we are truly perfect once again. And as you walk this narrow path, you find you have found your blueprint. You have found your set of instructions. You have found your owner's manual, as I talked about yesterday. You have found the way, the truth, and the life. You have found the way, the truth, and the life. You have found the way, the truth, and the life. You have found the way, the truth, and the life. You have found the way, the truth, and the life. You have found the way, the truth, and the life. You have found the way, the truth, and the life. You have found the way, the truth, and the life. You have found the way, the truth, and the life. You have found the way, the truth, and the life. You have found the way, the truth, and the life. You have found the way, the truth, and the life. You have found the way, the truth, and the life. You have found the way, the truth, and the life. You have found the way, the truth, and the life. You have found the way, the truth, and the life. You have found the way, the truth, and the life. You have found the way, the truth, and the life. You have found the way, the truth, and the life. You have found the way, the truth, and the life. You have found the way, the truth, and the life. You have found the way, the truth, and the life. You have found the way, the truth, and the life. You have found the way, the truth, and because your heart is renewed, refreshed, revised, and reborn. And so everything you do from that point, as you live in the singular commandment to love Yahuwah with all your heart, soul, mind, and strength, love your fellow man as you love yourself, you will find yourself knowing the way, understanding the way, feeling the way, seeing the way. And once you see, you'll never unsee. Once you hear, you'll never unhear, because he who has ears to hear will hear and hear the word. And that change, that monumental change that happens here, will allow you to see the real, the zeros and the ones behind this illusion, behind this mirage, behind this hallucination. And you'll know your path. You'll know it truer than true. You'll know it, the fabric of reality. You'll understand it deep in the core of your heart, your soul, your bones, down to the DNA level. It is written, because through epigenetics and that trigger of salvation, it has been turned on. That gene is on now, and you see it. His love, his everlasting life, his code is written within you and is being expressed. And that change that happens here will be the change that manifests throughout your entire life, such that you walk straight and true, tall and strong, unstoppable, unconquerable, undeniable, unassailable, undefeatable, as you move like a juggernaut to kingdom come.